This is an important video topic because these two things could either benefit your journey or they could hinder it greatly. So semen retention and weed and alcohol. So let's break this video down. So first let's talk about alcohol, and I'll draw on my personal experience. So this is on a case-by-case basis. It's completely based on you as an individual. So firstly, you need to analyze when you get drunk, when you drink alcohol, whatever you're consuming, what happens, what are you like? So for me, as a younger man, when I used to drink alcohol, I used to just get super horny. And that would be my main, so I was a social drinker, so I'd only drink when I was with other people. I'd only drink with other people, and usually we were going out where we're gonna be communing with members of the opposite sex. So we'd go out, we'd all get drunk, and we'd be talking to girls, we'd be chatting to girls, we'd be in a club, we'd be at a bar, we'd be at a house party, wherever it was. You know, it was all about essentially fornication. It was all rooted in that. So yeah, that was me as a younger man. I used to drink and I used to get horny. So practicing semen retention, if it makes you horny, drinking alcohol, yeah, I'd say avoid it. And obviously alcohol isn't good for your health as well. Alcohol is essentially drinking poison. I remember hearing a quote, so what alcohol, obviously it releases your inhibitions and there's benefits, and I believe everything in moderation, but I really like this way of describing alcohol, and it's essentially, it said, taking tomorrow's happiness and having that today, with the offset of obviously tomorrow you're gonna feel that hangover. And that's something to consider as well. If you drink alcohol in excess, or even just a little bit, and you get a hangover, some people don't get hangovers, lucky you. I'm one of those people who drink and I get hangovers. And when you're hungover, you just wanna do low vibrational things. You just wanna lay in bed, you wanna order a pizza, and you just wanna lay in bed, watching anime, watching whatever you do, doing whatever you do. You know, so it's not, you know, and that's more likely to lead into fucking going on the hub or going on whatever you're going on. So yeah, so if you feel like you can drink alcohol and be absolutely fine, and it's not going to affect your semen retention practice, and you might get horny, but you can control your urges, do so. But if you're having trouble with, you know, getting past a certain streak, like I know some people have trouble with the 2-week mark, with the 30-day mark, I'd say just try and avoid these completely. Or yeah, that's what I'd suggest with alcohol. So you, again, it's just a case-by-case basis. Analyze what you're like under the influence of alcohol and act accordingly. With weed, with marijuana, oh yeah, actually to put on alcohol, me personally, I did drink during my semen retention journey several times. You know, now I'm not really drinking. I'm drinking maybe like once a week when I'm bored, out of boredom. But yeah, it's not something. I'm gonna be honest, I was going out to the club. Like, I know people say different things, but I was going out to the club, I was going out to doing this, doing that, and I was still on semen retention. I was enjoying myself. But with weed, me personally, I'm not a smoker anymore. If I do choose to use cannabis, I prefer to infuse it into some kind of edible and consume it that way, because I'm not fond of smoking. Every time I smoke, it builds up mucus within my system, because I've got a really clean system inside. So anything that builds up mucus, I try and avoid it. Smoking builds up mucus for me, but that's unrelated anyways. Again, this is similar to the last one. When I first started using the herb, it would make me extremely horny, even more so than alcohol, to be honest with you. Every time I'd get high, I would have to fuck. And I was just happy to have had a girlfriend at the time who lived a couple of minutes away, so I could fulfill my desires. It was absolutely bad, actually, now that I think about it. I could fulfill my desires so quickly, you know. So again, the same with weed. Weed, for different people, it does different things. So again, you just got to analyze yourself. What are you like when you're under the influence of this? Whatever the other drugs as well, whatever drugs, MDMA, Molly, whatever it is that you're taking, you know, you got to analyze. I don't recommend any of those on this journey. I'm not an advocate for those things, but you know, I've done a lot of things in this life. Let's just leave it there. So yeah, weed specifically, obviously other drugs you can apply it to this as well, but weed specifically depends on a case-by-case basis. Me personally, when I'm under the influence of the herb, it makes me extremely focused. It gives me ideas. It allows me to understand what's truly important and what I need to do right now. It helps me to slow down, kind of like smoking a cigar. It helps me to slow down and really appreciate the present moment. It really grounds me mentally, and when I'm under the influence of weed now, I only do actions that move me forward. Like before, I would get high, have sex, watch movies, eat munchies, eat snacks, and all this stuff that I would, be, it would affect me the next day. So like, you don't want to do low vibrational things when you're doing semen retention, because semen retention is a high vibrational thing because you're keeping and you're holding all your energy. So depends what you like under the influence of these things. So yes, you can do it if you believe you can practice control and practice willpower under the influence of these things. Then great, sure. If it's your friend's birthday and they're going out to the bar, you shouldn't not go out and have a good time with your friends. Like even if there's going to be girls there, like at the end of the day, you're in the real world. We're not like some monks in the hills, with no access to women or to socializing. You don't want to do that. You don't want to isolate yourself. Actually, that's one of the laws of power as well. Don't isolate yourself. It's dangerous. And I've experienced that personally. One time I went into deep isolation for a period of maybe like 4 months, and I came out and my social skills had completely diminished. I was really struggling to adapt. And it was really bad, actually, to be honest. Yeah, I was losing friends. It's not recommended. Don't isolate yourself on this journey. Continue to do what you normally do and just keep it to yourself, and strengthen yourself. So yeah, that's what I have to say on using these substances. It depends on you, and you've got to really just look at yourself and how you use these things. Me personally, I'm like, yeah. So yeah, that's the video for today. Let's go, let's get it.